Hello everyone, welcome you all in another lecture of structural analysis. We are looking into influence line diagram and we are starting third topic of influence line diagram today, that is maximum bending moment under given load. And the given load in the numerical is 50 kilonewton. So whatever numerical we have, which we have seen in the previous videos, we have shoot two videos. I have shared two videos on the same numerical, so you can go through this. The link of that I have posted in the description of this video. Okay, myself Asif Beg, Assistant Professor Civil Engineering Department, Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering, Nagpur. So friends, so very first is to have to draw the beam. The beam is given AB having length 15 meter and the load conditions, the load are 40, 50, 60, 60 and 20 at a distance of 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter, 2 meter and 1 meter. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to calculate the maximum bending moment under the given load 50 kilonewton. So we have to put the 50 kilonewton on the at that point, at the point from where we will get the maximum bending moment. And now we know the maximum bending moment we are always we get at the mid of the span. Okay, so what we will do, we will divide this beam into half and we will give the name at that center point as D, because C point already we have mentioned to section. Okay, so we will name this as D and we will divide equally this D point into half. So the remaining, so the both side distance will be equals to 7.5 meter. Okay, now we have to calculate the resultant of this train loading condition and the location of that, and we have to put that location at this point D. Okay, so how that we have to calculate, we will apply the Varigno's theorem for this. So we will draw the load diagram at this point. This is 20 at a distance of 1.5 meter. This is 60, this is 60, this is 50 and this is 40. This is 1 meter, this is 2 meter, this is 1.5 meter and this is again 1.5 meter. Okay, now we have to calculate the resultant R, which is equals to total downward load. So 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 60 plus 20, we will get total resultant as 230 kilonewton. Now where it is situated, so from this section, from this load 20 kilonewton, suppose this distance is x. So to find this x, we will apply the Varigno's theorem. Now what is the Varigno's theorem? Varigno's theorem is the moment of all the forces about any point must be equals to the moment of the resultant about the same point. So if we made this 20 kilonewton load as a section, so we will apply this apply the moment of all this point about this. Okay, so x is equals to 60 into 1.5 plus 60 into 3 plus 50 into 5 plus 60 into 1.5 plus 60 into 3 plus 5 plus 50 into 5 plus 40 into 6, okay, divided by this 230. So we will get the value of x is equals to 3.3 meter. Now where it is situated, which is at a distance of 3.3 meter from this 20 kilonewton. So resultant will be situated in between these two load, 60 kilonewton and 50 kilonewton, because this 60 kilonewton load is 3 meter from this support. Okay, so 3 meter and this distance is 3.3. So after 0.3 meter of this 60 kilonewton load, this resultant will be situated. So I am drawing these two forces only, these two forces. So I am enlarging this diagram. Okay, I am enlarging this diagram at this point. This is 60 kilonewton load and this is 50 kilonewton load, and R is here. R is having 230 kilonewton values and this is 0.3 meter. Okay. Now the remaining distance will be equals to 1.7 meter, because this 50 and 60 kilonewton is having 2 meter distance. So this will, if this will 0.3, so this will be the 1.7 meter distance. Okay. Now we have given the load 50 kilonewton. So we will put the center of this resultant and the 50 kilonewton load, the center of this 50 kilonewton load and this resultant we will put exactly at the center of the beam. So this point is nothing but D point. So how we will calculate this point? 1.7 divided by 2, we are getting this value as 0.85 and this distance is 0.85. Okay, so the total distance of 60 kilonewton and this D point will be 1.15, 0.85 plus 0.3 meter. Okay, so total distance will be 1.15. So we will keep this. Okay, sorry. So this will be 50 kilonewton. We will put this 50. This is at the distance of 0.85. We will put this load 60. We will put again this 60, then 20. This is 1.5. This is 1.5, and this distance is 1. Sorry, now this one is 1.5. This one is 1.5. This distance is 1.15. This distance is 0.85. and this is 40. This distance is 1 meter. So from this center, how much distance is this one is left? Okay, that we have to calculate. So from center at B, this distance is 7.5. So 7.5 minus 1, 6.5 minus 0.85. So we will get the value as 5.65. Okay. So this value we will get as 5.65. Now we will calculate this value 1.15 plus 1.15 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.15, and we will deduct this value from 7.5. So we will get the value as 3.35. Okay. So this distance is 3.35. Remaining distance is 3.35. Okay. Now I am drawing the bending moment diagram. Okay. Now we have to keep remember the given load is 50 kilonewton. So we will point out the maximum altitude of this maximum bending moment diagram will be below 50 kilonewton. We will join this. And we will just write this value. Okay. Suppose this one is y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. Now we know that the value of y4 is nothing but AB by L. So first we have to calculate the value of A and value of B. So how we will calculate value of A? Value of A will be this one. This value is value of A. Okay, and this is the value of B. So in 7.5, this distance is 7.5 from A. So we will add this 7.5 in with this 0.85. So value of A will be 7.5 plus 0.85, 8.35. The value of A will be 8.35, and the value of B will be, we will deduct this 0.85 into this 7.5, so value of B will be 6.65 meter. Okay. Now by taking this value A and B, by dividing this value of L 15, we will get the value of Y4 AB by L 8.35 into 6.65 divided by 15 is equals to 3.7. So this value is 3.7. Now by taking this value 3.7, we will calculate y1, y2, y3 and y5. So y1 is equals to 3.7 divided by this portion we have to consider. Okay, so this is a distance. So 3.75 divided by 8.35 multiplied with this y1. This is 3.35. So this is 3.35. We are getting the value y1 as 1.484. Okay. Now calculate value of y2. 3.7 divided by 8.35 into this distance. This distance is 3.35 plus 1.5. We are getting 4.85. 4.85, and we are getting y2 value as 2.15. Okay. Now similarly we will calculate y3 value. Y3 is this one. Y3 is this one. Okay. So we will calculate y3. 3.35 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. We will get this value 6.35. Okay. So this is 3.7 divided by 3.7 divided by 8.35 into 6.35, and we are getting the value as 2.81. Okay, so this is 2.81. Now we will calculate y5 value. So y5, this is 3.7 divided by, now this 8.35 will not be considered because this y5 will be situated on the left side of the triangle, on the right side of the triangle. Okay, so this portion, B portion, we have to consider. Okay, so this B portion is 6.65. So this is 6.65 multiplied with this y5 distance is 5.65. So this is 5.65 is equals to, this is y5 value we are getting as 3.143. Now we will take this value for calculation of maximum bending moment under given load. So I am just calculating here. So maximum bending moment under 50 kilonewton load will be equals to, we will calculate here, y1 20 into y1 is 1.484 plus y2 is 2.15, so y2 is 60 into 2.85, sorry 2.15. Then y3, this again 60 into 2.81 plus y4 50 into 3.7 plus 40 into 3.143. Now if you calculate this value, you will get the maximum moment 638 kilonewton meter. Now this is what the maximum bending moment under given load. Okay, so for now we will we can say that this 638 kilonewton meter will be the maximum bending moment under 50 kilonewton load, which is situated near to this center point load D. Okay, so in the next lecture we will see the maximum bending moment under given section. and then after that we will see the absolute bending moment. Okay, so thank you very much.